Thank you, Senator Gardner, for having me. Again, my name is Mingee. I'm the founder and the CEO of Quintessa Marketing. And really, I'm here today to tell you my story. And I think as someone, I don't have a college degree, and I face a lot of the things that we're talking about here. And I think we're implementing some changes at our company right now. And I'd love to see other people in the state start doing the same things. So I'm the founder and the CEO of Quintessa, where I, along with my team, have built this company in 6 years from $1 million over 40 million this year. Over 65% of our staff are females, and we have, in my eyes, started to bridge the gap with pay at Quintessa. I'm a proud mother, I'm a proud Oklahoman, and I'm a woman of faith. It's things that are very important to me. You know, I'd like to tell you about my journey as a female entrepreneur. And although I'm incredibly proud of my company and the opportunities it's created right here in Oklahoma City, it's actually been a really tough battle. And I'm surprised that I am here, to be honest. So as I started my professional career, I was actually consistently rejected from the top Oklahoma employers for not having a formal education, for not having a degree. I ran a company in Dallas. Started as an executive assistant, worked my way up to be a president of the company. And when I decided to move home, I couldn't get employed. I was overqualified, or I didn't have a formal education, which to me was just pretty ridiculous. It didn't make any sense. I actually applied so many times to different jobs. My Facebook account was put on hold, and they thought I was being spammed with sending out my employment applications. And so I put on a 48-hour pause. So it wasn't a lack of trying, but I just could not find an opportunity to work. I didn't want to work at Target, but I also couldn't work at Paypal because I didn't have a degree. So that was my experience, and this was in 2015, right after I had my daughter. So what I decided to do was just create my company. In the beginning, there were definitely hundreds of challenges that I faced, but these three continued to surface, and it was the lack of funding, the lack of mentorship, and support with childcare. So I was going through a divorce at the time, and every dollar that I made went into having support for my daughter, Ruby. So it was someone to come in the morning so I could work my 18-hour day, and then it was someone to put her to bed at night so I could help with the night shift. So I was doing everything, and that was just all I knew how to do. Today, my life looks significantly different. You know, as someone who now has the resources to make a change, that's my priority. So it's to look up with others, and especially my fellow Oklahomans who have a dream and aren't sure about how or where to start. So because me and my team, we believe in this vision, we actually donate 50% of our profit into things in Oklahoma, and a lot of it is around female entrepreneurship. Right now, we actually have a $100,000 investment out to female entrepreneurs and to females in general who want to start here in Oklahoma and who want help to do it. You know, I was in debt up to my eyeballs and having to deal with just trying to keep my head above water. I couldn't even get traditional financing because I didn't have any assets, because I had leveraged them in my divorce, and you know, that's something I had to do. So I had to take what I call payday loans from loan sharks. You know, and I was taking $50,000 and paying back $100,000 in 6 months. And it was just every single term that was met. We pretty much had to overcome that. You know, I really feel like we discuss change, but I don't feel like it's being implemented, especially in our state. You know, as a child, whenever my cousins were growing up, I saw them like the dream was to go to Dallas. You've made it if you've gone to Dallas. And for me, what I want for my daughter and for my daughters and for people around us, like the dream is, you know, I want to stay in Oklahoma. I want to invest in Oklahoma. I want to make a change here. And those are some of the things that we want to do. You know, I know all have ranked Oklahoma as one of the worst states for women based on economic and social well-being. And the participation rate for Oklahoma is below the national average, which means we're limiting the impact of some of our most intelligent, ambitious, and creative citizens. A lot of times just because they want to get out of Oklahoma, and I hate hearing that from young females. That's one of the things we're trying to change the narrative on. Working mothers have 1/4 of all the Oklahoma families that are more likely not to work due to the lack of affordable childcare. So I was speaking to one of our commercial real estate agents, and his his wife, they are number 157 on a waiting list for over a year. And you know, the average daycare, we've polled our employees, and right now they pay anywhere from 150 to 350 a week per child. So immediately after we found this out, we immediately started saying, hey, listen, we'll go ahead and reimburse you $100 a week. Right? So it's not that it's a ton, but it gives them a little bit of breath. And it's, you know, if we can educate more employers on this, it would help people, I think. And it would help the families, but also it would also help businesses, because how much more are they going to want to work? Right? They'll want to work for you more, know that you're investing more into them. I feel like we're missing the mark on that. You know, while these statistics are staggering, you know, I do believe they can be changed. So from females and then from our actual female entrepreneurs, they can thrive for generations to come here in Oklahoma. A key step in changing these stats is by making childcare more affordable and accessible so all women can pursue their careers. This is definitely the issue that we're focused on and that I'm focused on myself. You know, I know many individuals who choose to stay home, like I said, with their kids just because it's more cost effective than enrolling them in a daycare. But here's the problem. That's with someone who has a partner. What about the single women? You can't stay home, right? And so now what happens is you create a vicious cycle. So you are now working to pay daycare and then going in debt. And then what happens from there? So it's just a consistent vicious cycle that we really need to stop. You know, we have the responsibility to provide opportunities for all women, regardless of their level of education or economic standing. Business owners listening to this, I urge you to mentor and intentionally network with women who are starting their entrepreneurial journey. A little bit of advice and words of encouragement can go a long way. It's challenging to know where to start, but many capable women deserve the chance to bring their visions to life and build their future they desire here in Oklahoma. Women of Oklahoma, I urge you to fund women-owned businesses to help them reach new heights. In 2021, women across the nation, they only received 2% of the venture capital. This is the national average that we would be here in Oklahoma if we look at women as capable, innovative business leaders that we actually are. When the women in our state suffer, our whole state suffers. It's bottom line. Taking action will improve the lives of women and benefit all Oklahomans, and the time to do something is now. You know, I believe in the state and I believe in its people, which is why we've committed and I've committed to doing those two things, you know, invest in daycare reform, whether that be through daycare cost subsidization, which is what we're doing now, and we're actually talking to our leadership team about funding and opening a daycare for our employees and other employers across the state. We're going to also invest both financially and with my time. You know, we talked about the $100,000 investment that we're doing with some female entrepreneurs now, but more than that, we are investing our time. If I can save one person from going through what I went through, that to me is success. And if we have more people thinking like that, then we won't stop. And I think as females in Oklahoma, if anyone that's in leadership, you're there for a reason, you're appointed here for a reason, and the time to give back is now. Whether it be, hey, I don't have the finances, you can give your time, and that's sometimes even more rewarding, because a kind word, a little bit of advice, that can change someone's trajectory. Women are mavericks, we're disruptors, and we have 1,000 things on our plate. So we become powerhouses through our experiences and manage to create positive changes in our community. I believe in women and in our future generation of female entrepreneurs. So we need to do what's right by supporting them in whichever way that we can. So whether it's through policy, funding, or any other means of support, I encourage everyone in this room to do what they can do to make our state a place where women feel seen, heard, and valued. So thank you again for letting me, providing me a platform to speak about this important topic and for the work. I think that over years can come, if we can keep investing in these things, we can no doubt become a top 10 state for women.